My feet, I could not even stand on my feet. My feet were actually shaking at the start. My blood was flowing, my heartbeat was pounding, because I've never experienced any of this before. I was in just that much shock. I actually froze for a few minutes just to adapt what was going on. And then one after the other were coming down, innocent civilians getting shot. So we were helping them, carrying them and taking them downstairs to a couple of doctors and the nurses that were there that were trying to help the injured. We were walking upstairs, we had one guy from Norway, I can't remember his name, he was a filmmaker. We had a few other guys in front of us, and we were all walking up to the first to actually see what was going on. We could see the laser beams on the floor. The guy in front of me, he goes, "Let me lead the way. I know this shit pretty well." He walked in front of me, I was behind him. Two guys from London were behind me that I got close with. And as I said, we had the Norwegian guy as well with us, and we were just walking up with cameras. That's all we were equipped with. And just from out of the blue, a shot came, the guy who was leading us, and landed right in the middle of his head, and he fell down. When I seen that, I didn't think he was dead, because the kind of bullets they were using live ammunition. They were using dum-dum bullets. Dum-dum bullets, for the people who know, is the bullets, as soon as it enters your skin, pierces your skin, it explodes. So the damage it does is 100 times worse than any other bullet it uses. And they were using these round glass bullets that as soon as it goes inside you, it would create a wound this big. And all inside you would be glass. I've never seen blood like that before. I've seen a chicken get slaughtered, but I've never seen humans get killed and murdered in that way. My friend that was in front of me, I only got to know him 2 hours before. And the connection we made, we were sitting there reading the Quran, just trying to remember God, trying to close our eyes and just imagine the way the people in Gaza are suffering every day. He got shot right in front of me. Another guy got shot in the back of his thigh. These are shots that I've seen with my eyes. Another guy got shot in his chest. Now these guys did not have, okay, we had a few things to defend ourselves, but these guys had nothing. They had literally nothing except a camera. One guy went up to the Israelis to record them, bang, he got shot. I think he got shot here, and he fell back. One guy was curled up. The side of it, he was curled up like this. He was in panic, in pain. The Israeli commandos were looking down at him, shot him 3 times. One in the foot, one on his waist, and one in his neck, and he fell. We were all, when we seen that, we just ran. We thought, if our life ends, it ends, but we need to help this guy. This guy was in pain, curled up, an old man, had nothing to do. He was just standing there in fear, and we could hear the commandos on the 3rd level laughing, joking. In the news when I got back, they say that they're going to give a medal to the guy who shot 6 of these civilians. I don't know any country that gives medals and awards to people who are murderers, cold-blooded murderers. The blood was just flowing like water all around us. You can see some footage that was just released today by a lady from the USA. I don't know how she managed to take this footage out, because they destroyed our cameras. They tried to destroy every piece of evidence so the story does not get out there. We were grabbing the injured. The injured ranged from, the youngest was a 19-year-old Turkish boy who lives in the States. A 19-year-old Turkish boy. What was he doing? What crime did he commit to get murdered? To go help give aid to Palestinians, is that a crime? It's not a crime to me. And I know, I'm fairly sure it's not a crime to any of you out there. He's the one that, within minutes, there was at least 4 dead. I counted 4 dead and at least 30 injured. The commandos were coming in the helicopters, they were doubling up. If the first time 6 came down, the next helicopter, which was 5 minutes after, there was 12 commandos coming down. These commandos were geared up. These commandos, we found a list with them, a hit list. People to approach, people to kill, people to assassinate. They had no mercy. They got orders, shoot on sight. They were shooting at everyone. Women, there was women on the 3rd floor. That's where the most of the killings happened. On the 3rd, the 2nd, the 1st. The helicopter was shooting rounds at us. These guys, the commandos were shooting from the 3rd floor when they took control. We were helpless. We were in the middle of the sea. We thought, this is it. We are all going to get slaughtered. This is the feeling that was going inside me. I thought, that's it. In the sea, my phone, I was trying to call my family just to say the last words before I died. I didn't have any signal. I was trying to run about just to try and tell my family, you know what, I actually love you guys. The injured were coming. I've made it my duty to help these injured people. Grab them from the stairs, from the 2nd landing, take them down to below deck where they're safe. During that period, 3 Israeli commandos got captured. They got captured and they got taken somewhere safe for their own safety. Because the way the gunfire was shooting, these Israeli commandos did not even care if they killed their own people. So we took them down for their own safety. We obviously disarmed them from their weapons and we took them down safely. The soldiers were bleeding, they were injured, the nurses there stopped what they were doing and they were taking care of the soldiers' wounds. Now, one guy was there and he said, why would you take care of the soldiers' wounds who are there to kill us? Why did you not take care of our wounds, our people's wounds? The lady replied to him, and the guy that was standing there, very powerful words, she said, we're not cowards like them. They are human beings at the end of the day. We will help them. When they're falling on the ground, we're not going to hit them when they're falling on the ground. Because at the end of the day, they are humans. I counted 30, we were taking them down one after the other. The blood that was flowing out of these people was dramatic. If we had medical attention, we got on the announcement that the whole ship could hear us, the Israeli commandos could hear us. We were saying, we surrendered. After the first person got shot, we waved a white flag. The Israeli commandos continued to shoot at us. They did not stop at all. As I said, they were there to kill. They showed no mercy upon us at all. Just to stop the story there and just say one thing, we had 30 British citizens on that ship. We had German MPs. We had MPs from all over Europe. The majority of us were Westerners. And they showed that kind of treatment to us. Just imagine the treatment that the Palestinians are suffering every day. 1.7 million of them. Women, children, on the other boat, when we were in jail, the guy was telling me they grabbed the women's faces and they dragged it on glass, broken glass. Women. Male commandos did that to women. I see that kind of treatment as cowardly treatment. Pirates, murderers, people with no heart. We took all the injured. A brother from London got on the microphone and he said, we cannot stand. These people will show no mercy upon us at all. Everyone go inside the ship. Go, take a seat and stay there. Do not move. Do not make any sudden movements. We all complied. We all went inside. Inside was absolutely horrible. The blood was just dripping. My hands were covered in blood. I did not smell it. I only smelled my blood with a little cut wound. But to actually smell the dry blood, the feeling of everyone around you, 5 dead people in front of you, 30 to 50 people injured severely, not small injuries, severe injuries. They were losing blood dramatically. We wrote a sign in Hebrew, a big sheet, and we wrote to the Israelis in Hebrew, we need medical attention now. We need help now. We took it up to the